We're looking for the next ultimate trader, and that could be you.
It's bigger, it's better, it's leveled up.
Last season, we got people funded. We even got people to pay out.
You don't want to miss this one, guys.
The coaches are coming in hot, so make sure you're there.
It's going to be a spicy one. Head over to vaultfunded.trade and you could be
The ultimate trader.
We're looking for the next ultimate trader, and that could be you.
It's bigger, it's better, it's leveled up.
Last season, we got people funded. We even got people to pay out.
You don't want to miss this one, guys.
The coaches are coming in hot, so make sure you're there.
It's going to be a spicy one. Head over to vaultfunded.trade and you could be
The ultimate trader.
We're looking for the next ultimate trader, and that could be you.
It's bigger, it's better, it's leveled up.
Last season, we got people funded. We even got people to pay out.
You don't want to miss this one, guys.
The coaches are coming in hot, so make sure you're there.
It's going to be a spicy one. Head over to Vault. Chad, yo, the boys made it a little bit loud here. Miles, how you doing, my brother?
All good, my brother. How you doing? How's the weekend?
Nice, solid, man. How's the audio in your ear? Good?
All good, man.
Too
All good.
loud, too soft?
Sounds perfect.
Okay, Chad. How's everyone doing? Give me 1 second. Let me just get the poll going here. Alrighty, Chad, new week. Keegan let me know that North Korea have sent troops to Ukraine. That is, quite interesting. How this is going to pan out. So hope you guys are ready for some headline volatility this week. But we're going to get straight into it. I think Miles is looking at potential setup. Guys, also please do check the disclaimer at the bottom of this video's description. Please note that the disclaimers all have been updated. And we need to make it very clear that these streams are purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do suggest that you consult with your financial advisor before making any financial decision. We cannot be held liable for the information shared here or the actions we take here, as these actions are taken on our own personal accounts, and we are not mandated to give you guys any type of financial advice. So we have to do the compliance stuff. So I hope you guys are fine with that. You should be. But before we start, Chad, we're going to do some of the higher compliance that we need to do before we start every day, and that's the prayer. And it's a very simple prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. And if you believe it, you can drop an amen.
Amen.
Amen in the chat. Beautiful, guys. Let's get into it. Today, not too much going on from the calendar. We had some PPR coming out of the German zone. A little bit later, we've got a few Fed speakers, Logan, Kashkari, and Schmidt. And then Tuesday, quite a bit of red fold events. Governor Bailey speaking. We've got ECB's Lane Lagarde, some of the central bank heads. And then Thursday, I know that's a big one. That's where we're getting a big deck of PMI data. So not the biggest week fundamentally, but I think the headlines are going to keep it saucy for us. So guys, straight into DXY on the weekly. Still bullish. We still have that gap to close. When we're going to close it, I don't know. But there is that uncomfortable gap there. There's that yearly pivot level that rejected last week, closing above. All right, so it's still bullish on the week for me. Daily for me as well, I want to see what we're going to do at this 200 daily EMA. That's the level that I feel we are going to test. But just looking at current price action, already taking Friday's low, now flipping bullish. And then looking at Asia highs, beautifully tested there, on its way now to the daily pivot. So 2 zones to monitor going into the session. Asia highs and daily pivot, very simple. These are the 2 zones we will be trading in. Bullish if we hold there, bullish if we break above, and bearish if we reject Asia highs. Then we are going for that monthly R3. US30 weekly closing bullish, super bullish. We are back at all-time highs. It's going to be an interesting one. It's still bullish. You cannot say this is bearish. Daily time frame, I want to see if we do some type of retest on that daily flat body resistance area. And then the 5 minute, what do we have on the 5? Had a bit of a gap up on Sunday. Now trading below Asia lows. So 2 levels to monitor for me. 200. Okay. Asia lows. Very simple. Bullish if we get above. Bearish if we reject. And then bearish if we reject that 200. Nasdaq weekly is also bullish. Now we've got this flat body resistance area there on the weekly. Then on the daily, we've got this little zone to contend with. Spoke about it last night on the call. There we go. So bullish if you can hold that. And it's going to be super bullish when Nasdaq gets a daily close above here. As soon as we get a daily close there, we are going for those all-time highs. Then Nasdaq's going to play catch-up to US30. But this zone right here, Chad, that's the zone we need to monitor. If we get a daily candle closure like this, the bearish order flow is confirmed. And that's going to get a little bit tricky for the bulls. 5 minute time frame, let's check it out. Okay, daily pivot, very simple here. Monitor daily pivot, let's see what we do there. And then a little bit later, Asia lows. That's also where your 200 EMA is. Rejections there, bearish, closures above, bullish. And then obviously same thing, either continuation sells or reversal plays on their gold. Chad, gold is still super bullish, all-time highs. There's your weekly breakout out of this zone. I cannot make it any more clear. This thing is bullish. Daily, we don't have anything showing us that it wants to stop here. So if you're looking for sells, just be very careful. Don't marry the idea. Quite a wide Asia range, so I'm expecting some type of consolidation. I wouldn't consider anything within this range here. If I'm honest, anything that's inside of this range here, all of this here for me would be a no trade range. I will look for potential rejection plays here at the Asia high daily R1 or continuation plays at Asia lows, but this for me, no trade range. Then last one, GU weekly closing bearish. We basically now broke the weekly structure. That was that structure low we spoke about. We broke it last week. Daily time frame as well. There's that massive area. We traded there for almost 5 days. And I said if we reject there, we are going to continue lower. I was actually looking for sales there on Friday. And then if we get a candle closure like this, I think this is gonzo. This is going to start accelerating to the downside. Massive institutional level there, 1,300. But it is Monday. Just be careful. Monday, Tuesday usually sets the bottom or the top wick for the week. All right, so I'm going to say bearish below here if we come back to retest it. Otherwise, this thing can, just die down. Daily S1, daily pivot already rejected, but that is the rapid fire analysis. Miles, my brother. Just do me a favor. I don't know what changed, but I can't see your price tab. Give me 1 second, yeah. I don't know why. Did you change anything on your...
No, nothing's changed.
Quickly open your... can you pull your price tab a little bit to the left?
I can, yeah.
A little bit. Okay, just a little bit to the right. A little bit. Just like a millimeter. There we go.
Got the one.
Yeah.
Perfect, guys. How are we doing? Hope we're doing good, man. I trust everybody has had a lacquer weekend. Let's get straight into this, guys. So, looking at GJ, what I'm seeing is obviously we are just consolidating, printing barcodes on that weekly as well as my daily. But one thing I want us to mention is to understand that on the weekly on GJ, you're bearish, guys. Overall, you're bearish on the pair. However, if you look at the candlestick anatomy and the candlestick structure, what we are doing is breaking resistances, right? Which means that there's a high probability that we can continue running to the upside in the next couple of weeks to come. So that is what I'm looking at for this week, is to see if we can tap into these levels of liquidity, and then I want to see price roll over to the upside, and then popping in on that daily. I've marked out current daily lows, because what I see is exactly what I traded last week, was this range on the left hand side. You guys see that? So this is what I've been looking at for the past week, actually. That price is tapping into these exact same levels continuously, and then also at the resistance point, just holding that area. So in my case today, what I'll be doing is I'll be using that to my advantage by understanding that I've got liquidity there as well as liquidity there. So what I'm looking for is to see if that I can arrange trade this pair if we can re-break the current daily low after what price has gone and done is actually surpassed Friday's low. So if we look at this away from this QP level 19500, rejecting these daily, weekly and 4-hour areas, if we can start seeing 194,578 re-break, I will be looking for continuation shorts into liquidity on that downside. It makes a lot of sense for me to go off of that resistance back down to that support. So that is what I'll be looking at on that daily. On that 4-hour, guys, this is what is kind of putting me at a position now where I need to be very adamant about what I'm planning, because here we have liquidity resistance. However, price is ascending to the upside, okay, showing me that there is still bulls in control, right? With that being said, with this current 4-hour engulfing, if we can start trading above the quarter pip level, I will long the pair to that resistance. However, if this 4-hour starts rejecting this area, I can start looking for that earlier type 3 shorts, as I am bullish on the 30-minute time frame. I can look for that earlier type 3 shorts, bring it back down to the current daily low, and then possibly see price come back down to that demand level of 193,881. So you'll see that's the 4-hour levels that I've added in, and then I've just also popped in my 30-minute demand level right there. So one thing that I am noticing right now is price is closing above the current resistance. Sorry guys, let me just make sure that price table stays within your guys' view. Let me see what changes that side. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to pop like this. Okay. So with that being said, guys, as I looked at price right now, so I think I should pull that to the left, because you guys can't see that price table, right? Just make sure that's perfect for you guys before I even go on, so that you can also see. There we go. That should be perfect. Okay, we'll tweak it. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at right now, guys. Seeing that price is closing above the level 194,900. Initially, what I would have done with price being bullish on that 30 minute, it's given me the type 4 setup there. The issue that I'm facing right now is that it's trading directly into the quarter pip level, which is too high risk for me with that oval structure being bearish. So what I want to see in this case is, if I look to the left hand side, I've got liquidity, right? I want to see liquidity form again. If we can do so and it can stall there and then break highs, then I will look to long it into 195,280. However, on the contrary, if we reject that quarter pip level and I come back down and I'll retest that resistance, then I'll look to trade price down to those lows. So it's very straightforward what I'm looking at today, right? It is, all I'm looking for is resistance to form, the break of the highs to long, or resistance to form and the break back into that zone, and I'll short it. And then obviously we've got that extension areas there. But that's very, very straightforward for me. That is what I'm looking at the moment on GJ. Let's have a look. See, on gold, we are trading once again, boys, at all-time highs. This is actually crazy. So whatever I do at this point, even though I have my analysis according to my strategy, I have all of that, I need to understand that I'm at all-time highs. As Chris mentioned also, there is a lot going on as well. So for me personally, whether I buy or sell, it's going to be aggressive trading for me, okay? Because it is of higher risk. However, I will still wait for my setup to arise. And if my setup arises, I'll take it according to my strategy. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at right now on gold, guys. Let's have a look at this. Price trading, high highs and high lows within a candlestick anatomy. What I've gone and done is I've actually gone and marked in the current daily low in anticipation that if price does go ahead and break 2720, I will look to short price down. So a key factor that I always look at within the candles itself is how is the closes. If I look at the previous daily close on gold, it closed Maribozu. But my strategy tells me if we close Maribozu in liquidity, it's a sound reversal. Is there liquidity at that zone? There's not. Because we're at all-time highs. We've been trading this, for the past day? So like Friday. So for me personally, I will not be using that candlestick anatomy to my advantage. But more so, if we can break 2730, I'm going to long. If we can retest the quarter pip, I will look for longs. There was something that I was chatting with my members before we hopped onto stream, which I see just played out. So members, if you caught that type 2 buys, let me just see what you guys did. But it is something that I discussed according to my strategy. This is a trade that I would have taken, which is the 15. If you look at this, 15 goes ahead and engulfs, right? Rejects that quarter pip level, showing me that there is a level of demand. As it breaks highs, that is when I can go long. My stop loss would have been the previous low, targeting these highs over there. So this would have been the setup. If I had taken it, it would have been something like that. Let me just clear this out for you, just so you guys can gauge upon an understanding as to what I would have done. At the break of the highs over there, stop loss at that low, and then I would have hit take profit already. And then obviously, price would have gone. Okay, that is awesome. MFX members, I see. Very nice, very nice. That is awesome. Well done, boys. So that is what I would have looked at on gold. For me right now, looking forward, it's going to have to be the break of the highs to long. There's nothing I can do at this point unless price comes back down there. Then I can look for longs, or back here. Then I can look for longs. But the only time that I'm going to be looking for selling, guys, is going to be the flip of that structure, which is going to happen at 27.19. That is when I can look for sales. Until then, all I am looking for is buy opportunities on gold. So that is what I'm going to be doing right now. My initial setup that I want to take has happened already. So it's just going to be a matter of me sitting on my hands, waiting for that setup to arise again. And when that arises, then I will then take the position. As simple as that. Chris, that's it from my side. Just check that price table. So I need to just keep that tab open, right? Just to have it lined up perfectly.
Keep that up. Just put it a little bit to the right. It's just showing that. Sorry, my OCD will.
No,
yeah, perfect. There.
Whack me as well.
Perfect. Okay, let me just. I just want to check here. Is this my one? Yeah.
Force of habit makes me want to close that wish list 24/7, bro.
No, we can sort it out afterwards. Get it just right. Chad, sorry, man. Before we still have time, 9 minutes to go here. Daylight savings, 27th of October is London. I actually just want to send a message here, just to make a big note for us.
Daylight savings time shift.
Yeah.
So we were starting up as 9.
Yeah.
Or are you a more person that prefers starting session at 8:30 or 9:30?
I like the 9:30 because then I can go to the gym in the morning.
I got you.
That's then I can drop my daughter off at school. The only thing is now Keegan, then we starting instead of 3, we start at 4.
So it's a late decision.
It's am I right? No,
Yeah.
because it is. Is it?
It's an hour later, but I think New York only shifts in November, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 3rd of November and then 27th of October. Dude, are you serious? So are we starting the streams then at 4 o'clock? Oof.
No worry, we'll be in moral support with you guys. Waiting for that cracker to pull through.
Yo, Chad. All right, guys, beautiful. That is the analysis. Dylan Savage coming through here with, I think that is Isaiah 6 verse 8. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send and who will go for us? That is definitely Isaiah. Then I said, here I am, send me. Okay, Dylan was a quick one. I almost thought that the International Monetary Fund was part of the verse in Isaiah, but then straight over to the fundamental chats. IMF and World Bank annual meetings are scheduled to draw more than 10,000 people from finance ministries, central banks, and civil society groups to discuss efforts to boost patchy global growth, deal with debt distress, and finance the green energy transition. BOJ holds a 2-day policy meeting concluding on October 31st after the general election, when new Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba, almost sounds like an altcoin, the Shigeru Ishiba coin, faces a key test on this agenda to prop up wages and revitalize the country's weak regional economies. People's Bank of China cut its benchmark loan prime rate by slightly more than expected on Monday, with the cut coming amid a flurry of measures from Beijing to shore up economic growth. The PBOC cut its 1-year LPR to 3.1 from 3.35, slightly more than expectations. It would cut the rate to 3.15. U.S. envoy Amos Hochstein will be in Beirut on Monday for talks with Lebanese officials on conditions for a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanese armed group Hezbollah. Two sources in Lebanon told Reuters as Israel expanded its air campaign onto the group's assets overnight. Israeli strikes late on Sunday hit several branches of financial institutions linked to Hezbollah in Beirut, Lebanon's south, and the Bekaa Valley, but no casualties were immediately reported. Okay. Scotty, we use FX Street, and then also we've got News Squawk here. So big shout out to News Squawk, our news partner. So check it out, News Squawk, giving us all of the headlines. I see a magnitude 5.71 earthquake strikes Halmahera, Indonesia. Let's just see if there's any. Thanks so much, Kate. If there's anything else. Israel reportedly gave White House its demand for ending the war in Lebanon, while President Biden's envoy Amos Hochstein. Okay, we spoke about that. Let's see if there's anything else geopolitically. No. Alright, already getting some moves here. So you're looking to short GJ potentially?
I'm literally looking at that right now, guys. If I can see this 15 in golf, the previous 15, that's going to be my London open candle. I'll look for a topic, and if I can break that, I will then go short according to my strategy.
Okay. And gold, you're looking for?
The move that I looked at on gold has already played out.
Okay, the buys.
The buys played out perfectly. Type 2, according to my strategy, absolutely stunning. But GJ at the moment sitting at this level of demand. If she can close back beneath and trade as supply, I will go short. For me to go long on GJ at this quarter is too risky. So the only time I can really go long on that GJ is if it forms a resistance for me at this quarter pip level.
I like the potential GJ longs purely for the fact that we traded quite a bit below the previous daily low. We're back at that 200 EMA, and we're at that institutional level. So if I think you're looking for the same thing, if we can do something like this, reject that 195, hold the 200, something like that.
Then
yeah. Otherwise, a potential, not a fake out, but a potential rejection of this 195, then holding below that 200, and that could be because these equal lows do look juicy for price to go and run them.
I like that a lot.
But I think it is at a almost like a type of a neutral point.
Yeah. When I have to wait for confirmations on direction for that one.
Jordan, good morning, my brother. Good morning, Chad. Hope you guys had a stellar weekend. My weekend was very, very chilled. I was just bleak about the F1 over the weekend. Lando getting that penalty. I don't like Lando, but I like Verstappen less. Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, I was going to say, juice shot for that warm welcome, my brother.
Hello, good morning, Michaela. Nazam, so, dude, are you telling me 4 o'clock? That is going to be the P1 guy as well also passed away in prison. Who's the P1 guy?
Where is that?
Now somebody's saying the P1 guy as well also passed away in prison.
The P1 guy as well? No, I don't know that.
I don't know who the P1 guy is, Chad. Alright, 1 minute till markets are open here. Hope you guys are ready for it. Yeah, CBC, if I'm not mistaken, New York will start at 4. But if they, so they're taking clocks back. I would think that now, because we're taking the clocks, I don't know, my brain is too small. I need to go and write this down for myself to understand it.
Okay, so London open in the next minute here, guys. Let's see what close we get on that 30-minute. If I can see start, Monday morning. English is still at the weekend. Let's see if we can start seeing price reject 195. If I can get that, guys, I will look for shorts. But if we're holding the support quite nicely. But the thing is, for me on the longs, guys, I need to see resistance form. That's like super important for me at this point. Because I can't just long at the quarter pip level. So that is something I gotta be patient for.
It's a tough one, that. Alright, chat, markets are open and in motion. I hope you guys are excited. This is the official round 1. Ding, 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 ding. Fight. Chad, it's a new week, so I hope if you had a terrible week last week that you sat down over the weekend, you've got your plan ready, how you're going to execute this week. Thanks so much. And this is a complete new week for you, so...
That gold is running, dude.
Yeah, that thing is a monster.
MFX members, if you've taken gold, you should be about 26 pips in profit right now. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But on both pairs, guys, at the moment, I just have to wait. I need more confirmation before I can do anything.
Callan, there's actually 3 courses that I enjoy in PE. The links is lacquer. If it's a nice day, if it's windy, that course can honestly brutalize you. I like Wedgwood a lot as well. Wedgwood is a amazing course, and P is a very, I almost want to say, not beginner friendly, but P, even if you have a bad day and you can't get off the tee well, you'll still be in the game. So all 3 of them are superb. If you have to ask me on a beautiful day which one will I choose, I will go Wedgwood.
Okay, GJ breaking those highs right now. For me, I've got that 5-minute break. I've got that 5-minute retest. Closure above quarter pip. We have a fish on the line. That's what I'll be doing. I have a fish on the line. Closure above 195 flat. That is above the resistance. Let's see if she can continue driving after that. So I'm going to have to wait. She was. 30 minutes. So let's see.
Dylan, yeah, sorry, my brother. I will give you a call afterwards. It's just been crazy. Let me give you a call afterwards. But we are going. Actually, I'll give you a call. If I don't give you a call, please give me a call so we can sort that out. Nila, I will check for you, my brother. I agree. Wedgwood is personally my favorite. I haven't played at P Golf Club yet. Yeah, Wedgwood is lacquer, man. I think it's such a underrated course with the elevation changes. I think if they have to spend a little bit more money on that course, it can be on the same level as Samola, Pazula, all of those courses. Brother, my best score so far has been 82. That's been my best score. That was at Umud. But that was a couple of years ago. That's when I was still playing quite a bit of golf. I think I played like twice a week. Played Mondays and then sometimes even went to go and play Wednesdays, and then the Saturday played way too many golf.
Miles, what's your daily bias on GJ? We can't see them. Probably weekly, daily, I'm bearish, 4 hour bearish, and then 30-minute, I'm bullish.
My issue is, okay, not my issue, is that for you to play any type of good golf, it's easy for me to get to the green, say next to the green in 2. It's that scramble that is, if you don't play a lot of golf, your short game, your putting, your chipping, all of that. So that is where a lot of golf is going to sort it out for you. Alright, Chad, there's that 200 on US30 holding beautifully back in the Asia range. Is this going to be like all the other times last week? No retest of Asia lows, just a straight break and drive to Asia highs. Seems like it. Nasdaq also now trying to hold that daily pivot. So just monitor that. Yeah, Steve, this thing just drives, yeah. It's only 26 points, so I know. DXY, daily EQ, daily pivot still untested. GU is in no man's land for me. I can't do anything here. GU, I need to do something here or something here, but this year, no man's land. GJ, I like the idea that Miles also has. Is if we can reject that 200, the 195, we can reject this 200. Those equal lows down here look super good. Otherwise, because the order flow is bearish, we can agree with that, Miles.
GJ?
The GJ order flow is quite bearish.
Yeah, the micro for me is very bearish. That's why I can have that opportunity to take those sells in alignment with that 4 hour in the daily. Bouncing off of this quarter pip level.
Chad, you guys know my feeling. If you cannot, let's say we've got another rejection to the downside, and we cannot drive away from this level, then obviously the sellers aren't the dominant force here. And if we get a break above here after the shuffle, and we hold that level, and I execute a long position, I want to see us get away from it, because this is a big level. That 200 is quite a big level. You can see here during Asia, there you had that test of the 200 and it just moved away. Okay. Now exactly the opposite. If we are going to get the potential buy opportunity here, you want to see it get away.
Khotso and Carl, good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. Guys, in the meantime, let's, for me, maths is very important. 19 likes with 122 viewers. Let's run that up to 150. So everybody just go ahead, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We are almost at 14,000 subs. Let's get that going, boys.
You will, Stian, but you will also get the opportunity to join all of the sessions if you want. You will get the opportunity to join all the sessions as well. No, gold is just going for it. Gold is just running for it. Strobe K, how are you, my brother?
Well done on the MFX members that caught it in time move. It's got word now. Oaks are closing full position right there at that highs. Well done, guys. That is awesome. Love to see it. What's that? A 40 pip banger? And it's 8 minutes past 9. Stunning, man. Well done. Well done, well done. Show what's happening, man.
Where's Rux? I haven't seen Rux this morning. I saw Etty. Oh, there's Rux. Okay, no, Rux is here. Rux is in the house. Fabs, but your wife doesn't need to know that it's not real gold. Who's gonna know? You can get a lab diamond that is basically exactly the same in structure as a natural diamond. I don't know if you guys watched that documentary. I think it's on Netflix. Do you see it?
Do it, John?
So the lab created diamonds are actually of better quality than the natural diamonds.
I saw that.
And the only reason that diamond prices are still so elevated is because the beer is basically controlling the supply and demand of diamonds. So in all essence, it's actually invaluable, you can't say mineral, what is a diamond?
I hear what you were saying though, because I was cutting my hair last week. I was chatting to this other client of one of the barbers. She actually owns a jeweler.
Yeah.
And then she was like, how much would you pay for like a wedding ring? And like just guesstimates. And the one dude was like, nah, 30K, 40K. The other dude was like 100K. And then she was like, guys, if you must know how much these diamonds actually go for, you wouldn't even want to pay like 10 grand. Because obviously buy them in bulk. And they're not we'll call them a mineral. Diamond would be a mineral, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking a mineral.
Their value isn't something that's gonna hold forever. It's not like she was saying. It's not like gold, where it's literally an asset. You can buy it, and it will obviously increase in value.
Gold is actually you can't recreate gold in a lab, but the diamond
you can.
So Chad, that for me, go and watch that very, very interesting documentary. And there I went when I was at my brokest, and I think I paid like 50K for my wife's diamond. And it was, 12 years ago?
That was a lot of money, 11, 12 years
Dude,
ago.
it's like I took my entire little net worth at that stage to buy a diamond. So I went in the first time and I said, okay, this is my budget. Like, what can I get? And they bring out the diamond. And obviously the diamond's not cast in or anything, so it looks a lot smaller.
Yeah.
They just bring it like on a little pin. And I'm like, dude, what are you showing me here? Is that what I'm paying for? It like just brings it on a little pin that claws it. He's like, that is your diamond.
Yes, 50K later.
I'm like, okay, but what is this? Like, why is it so expensive? And he's like, no, you pay for the color. Like, the more white the diamond is, and there's no flaws in it, and this. And I'm like, yo, my dude,
Hectic.
I'm fighting for my life here.
Guys, we got about 3 minutes to that 15 closure. So what I'm looking at right now is the 15 close. If this 15 is above my QP level, retest and re-break highs, I am going to go long. according to my strategy. Guys, just before anything, make sure you've read the disclaimer in the description as well as before the stream. These trades that I'll be taking is just according to my strategy and my analysis. This is not financial advice. It's purely just for education and entertainment purposes. Okay, so this is what I will be doing on my personal account.
Yes, Fabs, I'm not even sure. I think it's in total with the smaller diamonds, I think it's 1.5. I must actually check. It is on the insurance. Can't even remember. At that stage, it was like a little pleb ring. I thought I was doing great, but yeah, I was just. It's either 0.7, yeah, either 0.75 or 1.5 with everything, with all of the smaller diamonds they set in as well. So, are you in a position, or are you looking to?
I am looking to take GJ longs,
okay.
guys. I'm literally just waiting for the next 2 minutes before I hop in. I could have taken aggressive on the 15, but because I'm so close to the QP, I don't want to just jump in. Damn, Miles got the disclaimer down, Pede, bro. Yeah, bro. We have this on lock, man.
I think it is 1.5, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a square one. Is that the princess cut? The square. Anyways, I was crying. I just bring it out on this little pin. Like, hey, there's your diamond. Well done, sir. Here's your little certificate. But I have to be honest, Chad. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. So you get the bad diamonds that you pay cheap for, and they literally hold it in a light. And that one that I got my wife with the, I think Amina said the clarity. So that thing literally with the light on it sparkles. Like you can see this is quality. Then I bring you another one. It's like, yo, this thing can barely reflect the light. But then she shows me the other one. I'm like, holy. And it's like, look at that. Look at that thing talking to you. And I was like, sure. No, this looks incredible.
Okay.
But they finessed me a little bit as well.
That is me in on GBP JPY. So I've taken this trade according to my strategy, according to the way I trade, the MFX way. Let's see how she pans out. My TP1 will obviously be at 10 pips. And then I'll just have my runner do its work. Okay. So I've got my confirmation. Stop loss for me is 23 pips. My target is 10. My overall target is 20 pips. I can obviously let it run, but personally, boys, I just want the highs and amount. I don't want to be in the trade if this 30 goes and flips as well as breaks the previous, and that is why I have my stop loss there. Very nice at that 23.5 pip mark. Got my 15 confirmation, got all of that jazz. Let's see if I can. Let's extend it to 25. Let's just see if I can get price to continue.
Yeah, I know, Chad, when they first start showing you, that's why they've got so many lights there. It's like, look at the glisten here. And those salesmen there, whew, they're like, but listen, yeah, I know this is out of your budget. Like, I know you said this is your budget, but I just want to show you. And then
make you listen.
Yeah, and they bring you like a little bomb. And that thing like blinds you. It's just like, look at this. It's like that is what you can get. But I know you're a pleb, so we're going to show you these yellow pleb diamonds. And then then they start building you in. You came in there for the yellow diamond, no glisten. Like that thing will absorb the sun. And then you get to the one that's almost like this reflector. You'll blind people. It's like, yo, give me that one. I want it to talk to me. That's literally the chat. She's like, look at this thing talk to you. Look at that glisten. And she moves it like in the light. I was like, yo. How am I gonna pay for the wedding?
It's zoomed in enough, eh?
Yeah, that's perfect. No, Fabs, I think mine had one. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a floor rating. I think it had like one floor in or something. It's I don't know. It talked enough to me to the point where I was like, okay, let's lock this one in. Just lock it in for me. No, they bedazzle you, dude. And I'm bad with salesmen. Can really. I'm that guy. I struggle to say no. Like, it's like, sir, let's just show you this one quickly. It's like, yo,
I think I have the exact same problem, to be honest with you.
That's why I rather do online shopping, because as soon as they like just put this shoe on quickly. Remember, was it Backstreet Boys? They're in was it Dal Bros? No, not. They're in Green Acres.
They were next to Maxis, where Maxis used to be the old Green Acres.
Yeah, the old Green Acres next to Checkers. They're on the corner. The what was it called, man? Was it Backstreet Boys? Anyways, the guy someone call you. You're walking. He's like, dude, come here. It's like, what's up? He's like, I've got 3 pairs for you. That man rips out the pairs. He's like, listen, you know what? This one here alone is 2K. I'll give all 3 for you for 4K. It's like, dude, I don't even want shoes. He's like, you know what? All 3 of these, and I'm going to give you 2 Levi jeans for free.
That's Dalbro. That sounds like Dalbro.
And then you leave, and you're like, bro, I don't need 4 shoes. And he's like, no, it's fine. He takes it off. You walk, he's like, dude, come back. He calls you. It's like, come back. He's like, you know what? I see your wife or your girlfriend's with you. I'm telling you what, leave the jeans. I'll throw 2 pairs in for as well, 5K. He somewhere goes up.
Yeah.
Now it's like your mom comes around. Listen here, call your mom. You walk out there with like 9 pairs of shoes. That man sells you. It's like, dude, you're not even sitting. Your shoe's out. That shoe's on already. It's like, feel it. Walk. Go grab it.
That sounds like it. But I see, like, with having that marketing skill, actually, he's done well in business. He now has a Dalbro Premium here in, what do you call this? What's that street? Westbourne Road.
But it's because the guys he had there was that one guy. He actually studied with me later on. Muslim guy. That man can sell, my dude. That man can sell. I still laughed when we were at uni. And I said, yo, my dude, you sold me a lot of shoes. He's like, yo, man, the hustle is real.
All right, guys, we are approaching that TP1 right now.
P, guys, who remembers that shoe shop? It wasn't Dalbro. Dalbro's was across from it. I think it was Bad Boys or something.
The Bad Boys I know is now still in Northing. It could be Bad Boys. I think Bad Boys wasn't.
Dude, it was.
No, you're right. It was. Bad Boys was in Green Acres.
Yeah.
It wasn't like there was a.
Dalbro's was here, and then Bad Boys was that corner shop next to the jeweler.
100%. I know it. I know.
Yo, those owners could sell, my dude.
Yeah, like short hair, spiky hair. He almost looked like Batista.
Now they had 3 guys. The one.
There we go. Guys, that is TP1 hit. That is TP1 hit, man. Drop a W in the chat if you caught that. www.tphit. Let's go, man. So that is my trade for this morning that I've taken according to my strategy. Easy 10 per bag. Lovely stuff, man. Lovely stuff. Guys, I'm actually going to close off my entire position right here, okay? That's me. It can obviously run, but I'm happy with 11.7 pips. That is my trade for the morning. 20 past 9.
Chad, all I can say is some of the Muslim brothers, they can sell. I've never seen how you go into a place not wanting to buy something and he sells you all 3. You, your mom, your girlfriend. if your aunt comes by, those oaks, yo. And that is the most valuable skill you can have, guys, believe it or
Sales.
not. Sales is the most high-paying job in the world.
100%. My GJ traders out there, drop a one in the chat if you're a GJ trader. See, I think I've done something very good here, guys. I see Chris is jumping on this 10 pip GBP JPY bandwagon beautifully.
Oh, Eugene, you're right. Okay, so Eugene would know. Hey, Eugene, I've got a lot of good memories
My
there.
first pair of Ely's.
I've got a lot of good memories there. Listen to some of my one friend, yo, they had money. So whenever he went in there, the guys go out there with like 7 pairs of shoes, all the jeans, they like stack him up, bro.
Wow.
Like his dad comes in there, his dad's like, no man, I don't wear these shoes. He's like, come here, I've got the cats for you. Those construction.
Yeah.
Because his dad was in construction. It's like, come sit here. And then his dad is like, yo, Lynette, you know what? This is actually a comfortable shoe. He's like, you wear that one, like when you're not on site. But here's the site one. Come check here. It's like, It's the father there with 3 pairs of cats. Then him, like 3 pairs of shoes for him. Then his mom gets 2 pairs. Then his sister as well. It's like, yo.
Yeah, no, look, Cats was the in thing. Timberlands was the in thing. If you can pair that with a crump style dance and a baggy jean. Nah, he was the O. You were the O.
Callan, my dude, the Owens, they pull you in, eh? They don't allow you to walk past there. They pull.
It's like going to Green because nah, I just want to go get a skipper. Come back with the whole wardrobe.
Dude, I think it was Street Fever, eh? That's what it was called. I think it was Street Fever. It wasn't Bad Boys. I think it was Street Fever.
Nah, then it definitely is the one I'm speaking about. Yeah, it was.
Are they still there, though?
Nah, they closed down.
Hey.
I think Street Fever as a whole has closed down because they eventually opened another branch closer to the ShopRite, further down. I'm literally trying to channel back as a kid how Green Acres used to look. So that was.
I
definitely Street Fever.
haven't even been to that side again in like the last 5 years. Since
Really?
they've-
Now I go to Green Acres strictly for sports scene, and when I need shoes, that's my go-to place.
I literally just do everything online, and for the most part, I'll go to Warmer Park. But
Look, I love my online shopping, but for me, like, I need to see it on my foot, especially with the sneaker. I'll take the risk, but it's a tough risk. Because I might be a size 9, but in a different brand or whatever it might be. Too tight or too small.
Yo clothing, I think, changed to what is that? Young Emporium, YDE, Young Designer Emporium.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's now. Is that section still more or less the same, or was it completely
it's
changed?
Completely changed, bro.
That-
Completely different. I think the whole like Green Acres has majority of it's changed. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was the tattoo and piercing.
Yo actually makes me think of, I don't know if you remember JJ's.
Yeah. Hey, the Owens. That was the hangout place for us. Going to the movies. Got a movie and chill there. That's where. That was the
Movie and
underage. That was the underage thing. Yeah, at the movies. I knew that was my thing, bro. So what those guys did is they somehow rip out the inner. It's like the shoe will fit you. I'm like, dude, there's no inner. And he's like, do you want this style or do you want comfort? It's like, dude, can't walk around with shoes without inners. It's like best we can do is a UK 12. I'm like, dude, I'm a UK 13. Inner ripped out. So that's why I love the online era. I order my shoes. I can get the size I want. I don't have to go in there and select the ugliest shoe that they've got that's been on the rack there for like 4 years. The only red and orange UK13 they have. Nobody's buying it because it's the ugliest shoe and it's big.
Wait, did I hear you right? You said size 13.
Yeah, my shoes are
Sure.
UK 13, US 14. All right, chat. So DXY currently at the daily pivot level, US30 now basically all the way back down below Asia lows. Nasdaq trying to hold this daily pivot level, so still ranging quite a bit. Gold rejecting that daily R1 level as mentioned. Either look for rejections there or look for continuations. Me personally, I won't touch gold within this zone. This is quite a difficult zone for it. And then GU as well, no man's land. It's honestly just in the middle of nowhere. I like this trade here. Only thing is I waited for a retest of that level because we had rejection here and no retest on the round number. Miles taking an aggressive position there. Yeah, aggressive position there. I was waiting for a retest on the backside of that 195, then I would have jumped in. So if it wasn't part of the shuffle, the aggressive trade was actually from here. Once we tested 195 there, that could have been the aggressive move there.
About that 5.
This 5, yeah.
Yeah, I was wanting to get in the 5. That time when you asked me my
But
take
the
it.
thing is, we were still within that 15 minute.
I was actually, the reason why I hesitated was that QP level at 195. I'm also wanted price to close and then hop in after that. And you will see that I just noticed how I took it on the flip of that next 15. Because
Yeah.
if I take it above the break of the high, we would have, even though I'm a negative aura trader, guys, I still do it within reason. My stops would have been too big. So the way it happened on the flip was
Did you take it on the 5 or the 15?
15. That was a
15 flip.
setup. Yeah, 15
Okay.
flip.
Going for that wick fill as well, eh?
Yes, my brother.
Alright.
That was a lucky one.
Yeah, I didn't take it. Personally, for me, my strategy, I wanted... I like the longs, as we mentioned. 195, that 200 EMA here. But yeah, I can still potentially get my position here.
100%, man.
That is now the order flow creating a session high. So I'm going to wait for my retests.
That's what I love is the temp up gang, man. We can, even though I'm a one and done dude, I mean, you guys, there's ample opportunities consistently. As long as you stick to your strategy, I'm sure you will find a move. Like me, I stick to my strategy and I just apply one of my 4 execution techniques, and that then provides me with the results that we have. I think my ears is slowly starting to get in it. Like it's happening.
You condition.
We're
condition
breaking
it.
it.
I'm just going to put in your screen. I just want to pee quick. Did we have a game center? No. Oh, wait.
Matthew, what's happening, my G? It did like a mini one. Like,
I know they're in the corner.
yeah, like 3 games.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna go pee.
You're gonna have to wait for the guests, Mr. Knight. As you can see, like obviously the first mentor was released last week. We've already put up a post that you guys can guess who the second mentor is. Past my phase 2 after 4 years of trading, man. You know what I love? I love the perseverance. Perseverance, man. Big ups to you, Stian. Well done on that, my brother. I have to go with Miles for the 10 pips now. Yeah, dude. Double 10 pips shot, man. What do you guys think of the new boardwalk? Mixed emotions, bro. Mixed emotions. But it is what it is. I mean, it's obviously missing things that they could have done to make it better. But I personally feel like it's more like a shopping mall. A shopping mall with a place you can go to chow and stuff like that. I don't know, 10 pip gang. 10 pip gang, baby. 10 pip gang. MFX way, man. Most of the 10 pip. Oh, hectic. Actually, I didn't actually take notice of that. There's actually no 10 pin bowling at the boardwalk anymore. That was something very lucky to do. Now you have, I don't know, I was quite disappointed with the gaming center. No, no full porting here. No thanks. No more pool either. Nah, there's like little splash fountains. I shouldn't have spoken about my ears. Now they're getting chowed. Shee. I agree with you, Gan. For sure. It's literally just a mall. Have you guys tried the new go-karts by West? If you haven't, don't waste your time. Gold pulling back. So if we look at gold right now, gold is pulling back down to that QP level there. I will definitely see what price will do at this area over here. The QP level 27, 25. See how price reacts off of that level to see if I can potentially take some long positions. But as you know, guys, I'm a one and done dude. For me, 2 pairs, 1 trade a day, 1 session a day, 10 pips a day. That's all I need. 10 to 20 pips every single day, I'm styling. If I can hit the 10 pip mark every day, I'm styling, man. Because like now, what time did that trade close? Like what? 21 minutes past? 9? Technically, I'm done for the day. Miles, is the track bigger than the... Bro, I would say it's the same. It's just that the layout, for me personally, has too much corners. So you can't get the kart up to the speed that you'd want. When I was in Cape Town last month, I went to the go-kart track by Canal Walk. That is what a go-kart track should be like. The karts as well. That was a whole different... Oh, it was so like... Literally, we went for like... They do minutes, they don't do laps. So we did the 11-minute session, which will equate to like 20 laps. Or just over 20 laps, if you're fast enough. So that being said, when we did that, like the first 10 laps or so, the first 5 minutes, we just did proper times. Then the last couple minutes, we just hoyed that karts, chasing each other, drifting the corners. That was lacquer. That was very nice. They do. A mate of mine actually does race in that, what do you call it, that league for the, what do you call it, like the league. On the actual track. That is sick. Miles, do you trade New York session as well, or only London? I am a London boy. So the 30-minute is bullish on GJ because as you can look to the left hand side, there you have your pullback over there. Right there, and there you have your highs over there. Here's price pressing, pulling back, driving. So whatever happens there is bullish for me on that 30-minute. We understand that microstructure is there, and we can use that to our advantage with the 4-hour as well as the daily, but overall on that 30. We are bullish. So that's why I mentioned when I did my breakdown, for me to get into these buys, I need to see resistance form. The reason is why, like for example, if you know my way of trading, right? And we're 30-minute bullish, which means a closure above the level is going to be a type 4. There's my closure right there. I could have taken the trade at that point. Why did I not take it? I didn't take it because if we look where we are right at that quarter pip level, which means that I don't want price to trigger me in because there's liquidity right there. It starts to reject. That's what I didn't want. So what I then waited for, as I mentioned, was I waited for resistance to form. As you can see on that 15, the 5-minute is nice. It pulls back, grabs liquidity, and at the break of the highs, that's when I wanted to long. However, I was very strict upon this next thing I'm about to mention, was the closure of that 15-minute, because I needed that close to happen above the quarter pip, right? Once I got that confirmation above the quarter pip, I then understood that technically we should pull back to that QP to grab the liquidity to drive. However, I took it based on the flip after the bottom wick, because in my understanding is you've grabbed enough liquidity at that point. It's not a must that it has to pull down. It can, but it's not a must. And when it started to flip, that is when I initiated the long opportunity. And even if it had popped me in and came back down, we still would have been safe because we got the quarter pip level right there as well as the support level right there before our stop, which was down there. So this trade for me, even though it was aggressive, if you understand the crux behind it, it was a relatively safe trade for me to take. It's just that the execution was aggressive because I didn't wait for that pullback. But like I said, it's not a must if you're coming out of a zone that has price stalling, it has price accumulating volume. It's not a must. So that's why I was very comfortable with taking the trades. Trades I've been taking for years.
Did the boardwalk have temperance bowling? No ways. Where was that?
Where were you? Where were you?
I'm trying to think now. Where
it wasn't in the main section. It was like on the side. Places called Lighthouse.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that gone?
It's gone, bro.
The lighthouse gone?
It's gone.
No way.
Gone.
Boardwalk is a huge downgrade in my opinion. Dude, I don't know. P has got this disease. They just want to build malls. There's a mall everywhere. It's just like developers. Like, what are we gonna do? No, we need another mall. It's like, no, we don't need another mall.
What's that, Miles? Do you prefer a trading day, a range day, or a trend day? To be honest with you, brother, I don't mind whether it's be ranging or trading. It doesn't matter because my 4 ways of execution accommodates any situation. Obviously, there's going to be days where I can't take a trade, where it's super choppy and it's just not part of strategy. But the strategy I developed and the 4 ways of execution has put us in a point where whether it's trending or ranging, I can take the position. Whether it's counter trading, I can take the position. It's not a problem. So it doesn't really matter for me, to be honest.
Jordan, believe it or not, the first time I went to Ratanga was basically, I think, 8 months before they closed down completely. So they were already like decommissioning a section of it. But I have to say, then even it was not in a good state. You could see they were not, things weren't like maintained properly. It's like you can see this place has been downrun. So I think unless they did something new there, or just at least maintain the things they had, like that was a good move to just close it down.
It's now turned into, I think it's Hillsong Church.
No, Hillsong was next to it. I think they put an office block up there.
Okay.
Yeah, Hillsong is still there on the side. Yeah, it's completely chalked.
Hectic.
Yeah, I went there on the Cobra, and then many years ago when we played at the St. John's Easter Festival, what is the one at Gold Reef City? I think that is the Anaconda. Yeah. Both almost very the same.
It's a miss from me. I did the Cobra twice, and I was like, why?
Really?
I did it as a light, and then I actually did it also the year just before they closed. They closed with a couple of mates of mine. Oh my gosh, my anxiety.
It's not
was-
that bad. It's like you don't even feel that loop because it presses you down and
it's,
you're
the,
like,
it's the
dude.
mind. Like the mind tells you, like when you get to the top and that thing scales up like that, and then
And
you
it
hang and
starts.
you look over the whole of Central
And then
City
it's
and you're like, this is it. This is it. I'm gone right now.
Dude, but it just always felt to me like if I had to put my hands in the air or my legs, like I tuck my legs, it looked like my legs will hit, say, one of the struts there.
And you must know, like back in the day, I don't know if you remember Supegas, you know that shoes?
Yeah.
Supegas was a thing back then, and the style was not to tie your not to tie your shoes.
Oh.
So the whole way, my toes in my shoes is like this because it's trying to hold the
Hold
shoes down. It's trying to hold the shoes down, and I'm literally just sitting like this. I'm like, yo, let me just get off this thing. That was the other one. I won't even lie.
The building apartments. Yo, dude.
No, I did. I mean, I did. Almost lost the shoe. Even my glasses, I didn't go on my glasses. So there's a person that can like, because my eyesight is quite bad. So a person that goes in a ride, the person that goes in a ride like that, with little to no vision, it's not the best thing because you don't know what's happening.
Dude, I was at Bay West the weekend. Yo, that place is also falling apart.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, unfortunately, yeah.
I was just walking outside and you can see like the guys aren't maintaining the stuff. There's like bird shit on the light boxes. There's they're just not maintaining the place.
I have this thing I don't want to park upstairs anymore because you can see the slabs of the roofing.
Yeah.
You can see it starting to like split away.
No, that's normal. The issue is that you have to have movement joints in the slab. But what they did is they're not maintaining those joints. So Nazam would know you've got a lot of expansion joints on a big area like that.
Yeah.
But now what's happening is whatever they use to fill it, those movement joints, that's starting now to like deteriorate. You need to like refill it, reseal it. And now actually looks like a massive gap. But
that's what I was seeing. I'm like, nah,
but it's just settlement. It's normal.
this is not the one.
It is. Yeah, it's pretty normal for that size concrete. It's actually sad, Chad, but I think that mall was built a little bit too early. I think like 5 years before its time. Because ultimately that area will become like a century city. Like you'll have the office blocks around the mall. You'll have the you'll have your apartments, you'll have your accommodation.
Miles and Gossip is 15 on GJ. Would that be a valid trade? Like pretty much what it did now. So according to my strategy and the way I see the markets, this is not any financial advice, but according to my strategy, yeah, we bullish, boys. We are bullish. For me, I won't be selling into a QP level. I won't be selling this at all right now. This is not a selling area for me. We're overall bullish on that 30 minute. This is not a sell area. This idea where I look at price for that counter needs to happen at liquidity areas. At the moment, this is more so a retest for me, and that's not something I'll jump on. So if I want to sell the pair, I'm gonna want to sell it beneath here. That's the sell I'll take. But at the moment, I would more so rather wait for something like this, a pullback, tap into liquidity, resistance to form, and then take that exact same trade I've taken there again, now only with more confluence. Okay. Yes, I'm like literally having to like, I've never had to think so much about what I say.
Well, you have to.
It's crazy.
Compliance.
Crazy. I'm like, can I say that on the stream? That's crazy, boys.
Chad, so for the PE guys, this is what you've got this mall here. It's on the outskirts. It's literally on the outskirts of PE. These are the closest residential areas. So up until they start with the mixed development that year around. For instance, I know Virgin Active was looking at doing a gym here. I know there was some type of office block that's going to come up here. So up until they don't develop that, and then also all of these areas here. So you can see here, Thriftwood is the first one here. All of this is going to be all around here, is all going to be housing developments around it here as well. So up until this is not saturated with homes, because the idea with the master planning with Port Elizabeth is that this is going to become a central hub. Like P is going to start developing out to this side. So now currently it's on the outskirts, but the idea is in 10, 15, 20 years time, this is going to be a central hub. So it's not going to be on the outside anymore. This is all going to be homes. Here you can already see all of those subdivisions here, all of that happening here. So that's why I said a little bit too early. I should have actually done something here that is available. But then there's another mall there. Then there's another little mall there. Then you've got, there's another mall. Wait, yeah, there's another mall there. Then you've got 2 malls. Dude, look at this. Dude, we just have way too many little malls. Then you have Bay West, not Bay West, Boardwalk, that's now...
Yeah, I feel like with the development in Boardwalk, it's going to make, say for example, you live in Summersrand. I don't think if you live in Summersrand, you're going to drive to Warm Park or Bay West anymore. Unless you want clothing. But Boardwalk kind of covers all of that. So that's why, I don't know, I think they definitely did add too much malls in opposed to rather just building a solid mall. Like Warmer Park can definitely have some more things. Greenacre somewhere where it can definitely have more.
This place is chalked, my dude. Half of the mall is empty.
I saw that if you look on the top floor, it's almost empty. But it was for sale recently. How much was it going for?
Yeah, I think it sold for... let me not lie. Was it 2 billion?
Yeah, it was a lot.
4 billion.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, 4 billion rand.
Oh, that's nothing. Just a couple 100 lots and we're there.
But I think they paid a lot more to build it though. Oh no, 1.3. 1.3 billion. Which is not a lot, to be honest. For everything that's there, it's a steal.
GJ looking very tasty. I'm not gonna lie. GJ looking very tasty.
Yeah, I also want to potentially Chad. Oh,
GJ looking very tasty off that 5 and 15 in golf right there. What is the best thing to do in PE from Cape Town? Honestly, PE is one of those places where you have to make the most of it. Like, PE can be very boring, but if you make the best of it, it's very nice. It's very nice. As a Cape Townian myself, there's a lot more to do in Cape Town. You can't even compare. But PE is one of those places where you have to make the best of what it has.
guys, according to my strategy, I'm going to have a buy stop here. Is there data coming out now? Buy stop here, according to my strategy, not activated yet. And the idea is there's the round number tested. There is our minor break of structure. That is the internal structure break. I usually go with nothing more than a 20. Okay.
How much? What you targeting?
I'm going to tell you now. All right, guys. Daily pivot as a minimum for me. And then ultimately, as always, the half round number.
The cycle that GG's in at the moment, I love it. We can see those stops are getting nice and small. I like it.
Okay. That thing activated me, by the way. Literally almost slipped me there. Chad, there's the 195. We tested it. There's your engulfing candle. There's your minor break of structure. Go exclamation Discord. You will see that this is a continuation setup on the Discord. 20 pips is my stop there. GU, still in no man's land. DXY, daily EQ. There's your daily pivot. That held beautifully. So this will go on to your daily R1. So expecting quite a bit of dollar strength here. And then US30 at the previous daily high. That's going to be a key level to monitor there. And then NASDAQ, trying to hold this daily pivot, but every single time creating a new high and then breaking down. But Chad, that is the setup here.
GG was difficult trade on April, May. It's been getting a bit better. Can I show you guys some?
Yeah.
Just hold on. Let me just get it out before you pan over. So one thing that I always say is one of the most important things to journal, guys. Journal everything you do, because that's the only way you're gonna figure out where your flaws are and how to get better at it. Okay, I'll get it out now. I just need to send it over to this side. I just want to show you guys the journal for April and May, so you guys can get an understanding. Okay, so I've created a Google document. This is all my trades that I've taken for the year. Now, all these trades that I've taken, or that I'll show you now, has been done live. Every single trade that I've taken this year has been on a live stream. This is not financial advice. This is just education and entertainment, obviously. So you guys can have a look at it. And this is my personal trades for the year. Keep providing me with that 87% win rate for the year. So let me just share this over.
All right, Chad. Hourly is about to close in 3 minutes here. And what I want to see ideally is a break continuation here. There was our minor structure break with that flat body closure above there. Got triggered there, a little bit slipped, if I'm being very honest, just looking at where that tick was. Just want to show you guys quickly where I got filled. Technically shouldn't have been in, but a little bit of a slippage there. So yeah, very interesting there. Price was not actually there, but got filled up there, so a little bit of slippage. And the idea is that we're holding above this round number. There was our test, holding above the 200 Asia highs untested as a minimum. We're going for that Asia high retest. Then also that daily pivot held the previous daily S1 quite nicely, so it would just make sense for it to go to the daily pivot. Order flow is somewhat bullish here as well. But yeah, hourly is going to close in 1 minute 45, and then we're going to see also the 15 minutes at the 200. There you can see, ideally we want to see a closure above there, otherwise this is quite an ugly little close. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. Big thing is trade management. I can only really manage this trade if, let's say, we create a bullish candle there, something like that, bullish candle, and that bullish candle fails to continue higher, and we then do something like this. That's the only time I can manage the risk on this trade for me. Otherwise, this is still bullish order flow for me. So we'll see how she goes.
Can I just pop it on my screen?
Yeah. Let's.
So one of the where is that one? Did I just lose it? So my thing is this. It's something that you gotta understand regarding any pair. Market goes through cycles, guys. So that's one thing we've got to understand, that no matter what the cycle is, we got to stay strictly to our strategy that we trade. Routine is very important. Discipline is very important. So for me, April was probably the best month of the year. That's when I actually hit that 27 trade win streak. We absolutely slaughtered it. So this was my trades for April, and every single trade here was caught live, either with the MFX members or on stream. All these trades have been taken live, and then this was my May as well. So April was one loss for the whole month with a lot of wins. So it was 14 wins with one loss, 15 trades for the month of April. Type 3 is execution 100% win rate, type 1 is 100% win rate, and then the type 4 was a 93% rate. So 14 wins on that type 4, 7 wins on that type 3, 5 wins on type 1. Give us a total of that 27 trades, stemming off of March. April is how I got that 27 trade win streak, but we took one loss, which was on what? On gold, actually, 55 pips that month, and then stemming over to May, just continued the good times. The worst month for me actually was last month, September, with what's that? 2, 3, 6 losses. So 6 losses in 6 losses in September, and then a matter of 15 wins. So even though we were still profitable, that was definitely the last month, which was actually, it was the worst month, which was actually last month. So I think for everybody it's just going to be different, man. But as long as you're sticking to your plan, sticking to your strategy, then all is fine, which is very important. That's something you got to be very adamant about, is sticking to your plan and your strategy. Because the thing is, guys, like, it's always going to change. It's literally always going to change. So with that being said, say for example, for the next 2 weeks, I lose every single trade. Let's just That's not going to make me change the time I trade. It's not going to make me change the pair I trade. It's not going to make me change the session I trade. I still have to continue doing what has put me in a profitable state for the past 5 years. I've got to stick to that. 8 years in the game, becoming profitable after 2.5 years. What did I do for that 5 years? 5 years. Just stuck to my plan. Stuck to my discipline. I'm colorblind. Is that all green? Yeah, it is. Looks like most of your losses are on gold. Maybe you must cut it from your instrument list. Never. Those losses occurred actually when that price started making all-time highs. Then the strategy just didn't play out. The market didn't play out with the strategy, and I don't change it. We slaughtered gold on Friday. So it's not a point where I'm going to change something just because I lose. The strategy has been proven through my back testing and forward testing. And the implementation into live trading, I won't change anything. I've been doing the same thing for the past 5 years, and it's been giving me the results that it has, with every month being above that 80%.
Chad, quick one here. GJ needs to close above that level. Otherwise, this was the fake out of the range. If we close below here in the next 90 seconds, I will kill this trade. We need to get above that 20 level, institutional level, and then also we need to continue with this bullish order flow. So ideally for me to hold onto this trade, I need to see a closure above there. Otherwise, what's going to happen here is that is the rejection there. Next candle will likely push up, reject there, and actually start coming down. So this candle right here needs to show me that the bulls actually want to get involved in this. Otherwise, if we close bullish below here, that is me out of the position. And then this can become some type of little double top formation, and we can go lower. So I need to see what this 5 minute does. If this cannot get above here, then it is very likely lagging, and I'm going to jump straight out of it.
Can you please explain what type 1, 2, 3? Yeah, that's I've got 4 ways of execution, which is type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. So that's just my ways of execution.
Okay, that's me out. -8. Chad, not going to stick around with that. That is your previous session. The expectation here, I don't know why I got filled, but my expectation here was that once we break, we should have broke with volume. Volume is not there, so not going to stick around and wait to marry the idea. So killed it right there, -8. I wouldn't take anything else. This was the idea right here. This right here was the idea for me. There's your nice bullish engulfing. This single candle basically engulfed, 2, 4, 6, 7 5-minute candles. This one single candle engulfed, and that expectation was that once we break that, we're going to get a nice pump of volume, which we did not get. So killed it there. That's one thing with me, guys, that if you've traded with me in the past, trades that work out, they go in your favor. Not always immediately, but they go. Trades that you have to sit and wait are usually cuck trades. Jump out of them. We've spoken about that. If you are buying, you don't want to see this. If I'm in buys, this is not what I want to see. I want to see price going up. So why sit in a trade that's going against you and that's not giving you the confirmations? And then secondly, this candle right here, that candle right there that closed back inside of the range, I don't immediately kill it, because I've seen in the past as well, if you give the, let's say at least 2 5-minute candles, it can pop back out. But now we can see that this was a flat body resistance area. There's your first rejection. There's your second one. So no bueno. If you know how ranges work, if you fake out of one range, it is very likely you're going to come back into the next range. So that is GJ. GU still in no man's land for me. It needs to do something here for me to execute, or it needs to do something up here. Otherwise, can't actually do anything on it. This year, no man's land. And then gold as well. I told you guys, this for me, this entire range from there to here, this is the chop range. This thing can chop you to pieces here. The actual move is going to happen above there or below here. And then NAS just consolidating above these levels, not really getting away. And again, coming back to what we said earlier here, if this is really a demand level, then why is price still chopping here? Price would need to get away from it. So this for me is showing that there's not a lot of demand currently, unless it really starts moving to the upside. There's not a lot of buyers in that region. And then US30 obviously rejecting previous daily high there, but again also not very clean. We had that first little break there, but no test holding on the Asia lows. So very, very choppy. But it is Monday. There's no fundamentals.
Is that Gemini thing still going?
No. Yeah, no.
Not. What is that exactly?
It's
AI vibes.
yeah. It's a Google chatbot, and it basically it analyzes the chart, and it starts to build like a little bit of a memory.
Okay.
And we're actually going to do another series with ChatGPT.
That's so interesting.
So you literally pop it in and you say, "Hey, Google, Gemini, analyze this gold chart," and it will say, like, looking at it, it's bullish or it's bearish. But I can actually show you. But the only issue is it's a chatbot. So let's say, for instance, GJ. I'll just need to remove that, otherwise it picks up on that. Copy. And then it would basically check it. So analyzing the GJ chart. Okay, so it gives a disclaimer as well. Time frame charts appear to be an hourly chart, which is not 5 minute. Overall trend seems to be sideways or slightly bullish. The price hovering near a horizontal support level. Support and resistance price currently being supported around the 195 level. Resistance 195.50. Acts as a nearby resistance. Indicators, okay, it just picks up on the indicators. Accumulation distribution measures the buying and selling pressure. Rising line suggests accumulating, while a falling line distributes distribution selling. Potential trading, range trading, if it continues to consolidate between the 195 levels. Then the breakout trading, breakout above 195, scalping, and then just important considerations. So it gives you like a little idea of what price is doing.
Hectic. That's so interesting.
Gemini. But guys have actually built stuff on it, like using that framework.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Chad. Is there still anything you're looking at?
Nah, dude. I caught that beautiful 10 pips that we caught this morning. I was done then. What is that? 20 minutes past 9.
Yeah.
Just pulled a lovely type 4 and she played out beautifully.
Yeah, Chad, there's nothing else that I feel. This for me was the advantage point. This now becomes messy for me. This break, pullback, yeah, this is not ideal. You want to see this drive taking out this session highs. That was your advantage point there for that volume to come in. It can still play though, but now, yeah, it's not the best. GU, I'm gonna say we're gonna have to monitor daily S1 a little bit later. I am bearish though. But I can't take sells here in the middle of nowhere. We could potentially look for continuations here a little bit later, or that retest. We haven't really fully retested that daily pivot. Yeah, gold is doing gold things here. And then Nasdaq, like I said, Chad, look here, if there's really buyers here, maybe just a little nugget for you guys. If there are buyers or sellers in a region, then buyers are not going to stick around here. This is not, a lot of people will say, oh, buyers are accumulating here. No. This is showing me a lack of buying to actually get away from this level. So the more times it gets tapped, the more likely it is that the sellers are going to be like, all right, buyers, you're not taking advantage. We're going to take the advantage and we're going to take it away. So that is one thing to consider when you go into a massive key level. You don't want to see something like this. And then US30 is now just very messy after doing all of this. But still bullish. If we can not take Asia highs before the session today, hopefully the cracker gives us a buy, because that's going to be an easy run. And then DXY, yeah, this thing is just bumping and grinding here to the upside, but it is still bullish. Miles, any closing remarks there for you?
No, I feel like it was a solid session. I would mention that if I was to take another on GJ, not necessarily gold, if I was to take another position on GJ, what I would look for definitely is the closure of this current 30-minute candle, because I'm seeing one of two things. Don't forget that you are bearish overall on GJ, boys, but this 30-minute has printed bullish, right? 30 minutes bullish on GJ. One thing that you got to understand now is you are tapping into liquidity right here, okay? So I would use this to my advantage if we can re-break the current 30 low to sell it off of that level, to drive us down for that retest, in anticipation that from the levels you could either continue pushing or actually do something like that. So that would be the first idea. The second idea would be the understanding that because you're bullish on the 30-minute, you've grabbed liquidity right there. The break of the high and the closure above that level, specifically 15/30-minute time frame, I would then look to long to that overall target that I had over there. And then above that, into that stunning LT on the left-hand side to drive us further up. So there is definitely a potential move on GJ pending. It just requires patience from my side. But as I mentioned, I am done trading for the day. And then on Goldilocks, guys, we are at that all-time highs once again. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, whatever I do, whether I buy or sell, is going to be aggressive, because you are trading at these all-time highs. But what I would look for, according to my strategy and my idea, would then be that if we can start closing above that level, 27.32, I would then look for that type 4 longs for sure. Okay, I wouldn't sell gold until it breaks 27.18 personally. Okay, according to my strategy. But yeah, guys, that's it from my side.
Sorry, I don't know where Victor was, Chad, but the 7 accounts that were won, still have it here in my notebook. Yeah, Victor, you can actually go and watch that one stream. Chad, when did we do that stream where we did the giveaways? Yes, I put it somewhere here. Give me 1 second. Chad, was there anyone here that won? But yeah, Victor, you missed it, my brother. You missed it. You missed it, unfortunately. Chad, beautiful Monday. Not much going on here in the economic calendar. Things are going to heat up closer to Thursday. Just be on the lookout. Headlines are going to be a thing this week. Headlines are going to be very, very... you got to be attentive to what's happening in the headlines. So, again, not financial advice, but I always urge the use of a stop loss, because some of these events can trigger massive moves, and then you don't want to sit in a situation where you don't trade with a stop and you're sitting with tears in your eyes because now everything has turned into shit because you thought you can get away with not trading with a stop loss. So especially now with the North Korea thing happening, just be very, like, things are on edge here. So I want you guys to be very, very attentive. Let me not say anything else. Miles, appreciate it, my brother. Looking forward to the week. All of us are locked in here. 10 pips, 10 pips there with Miles, minus 8 there with me managing that trade. Still think it can work. No follow through, unfortunately. But peace and love, baby. We will see you guys 3 p.m. today.
Cheers, chat. Keep well.
Cheers.
I'm out.
We're looking for the next ultimate trader, and that could be you.
It's bigger, it's better.
Tried to break me down, put this all on me. Tried to make me out to be crazy, and I played along 'cause I didn't wanna lose you. But I think this dream was rotten at its core. Tried to fix these things, patch it up like before, but I was the fool. Went down with a sinking. Went down with a sinking. You were always so good at changing the story up, making me trust your love. You're